Hi there. Hello. It's me. Who the hell is this person? Oh, just another one of you. I'm just an in Lakesh, as the Mayans say. I am another yourself. I made a commitment to Spirit to do one of these every 3 days on the 369 Tesla numbers. If you don't know who that is, you can Google it and find out about that awesome person. That was way ahead of his time, but as most mystics are, they usually are ahead of their time. So um, today's a 3, and today is another energetic portal as far as 444. It is the 22nd, which is a 4. It is the 4th month, and in 2020 is a 4-year. So we're in another 444 portal. And in this 444 portal, wow. I finally got through my own resistance, which I talked about, I think, in the last one or the one before. I don't know. I'm not keeping track. Other than trying to learn how to do this better. So getting out of my own way, making another video for this portal, which is, of course, Earth Day, 50 years later. And I am honored to say that I was at the beginning of that. And I was marching for the Earth 50 years ago. And hopefully, which obviously didn't work, telling the people that if we didn't change our ways, that the Earth was going to suffer dramatically, and that, of course, because we are part of the Earth, that we were going to suffer dramatically also. This was told, people were talking about this 50 years ago. So I'm here to represent that, yeah, and now look at us, because, nobody listened. Well, a lot of people didn't listen, especially the powers that be didn't listen. So now we have the planet in crisis. We have humanity in crisis. We have everything on the planet at this point is some sort of crisis. And so it's important to remember that the Earth is alive and she sustains us and has for the get-go since we got here, and will continue long after we're gone. The Earth doesn't need us. That's why, the skies are getting clear and the animals are coming out and walking around like they own the place. And humans are like, what's happening? What? Well, what's happening is that the Earth has been telling us for decades that we needed to change our lifestyles, and we needed to change in a way that we reconnected with her, and that we stopped abusing her and stopped totally destroying her. And, she has given us warnings, over the last, several years, with the fires and the floods and the earthquakes and the tsunamis. She has been giving us a heads up. And unfortunately, most of us, and especially the powers that be, didn't care about that and didn't listen to that. And so now, I've been telling people this was coming for years, and that if anything, to go within and start connecting that way, meditating that way, getting in touch with your higher self, getting in touch with your guides and angels and masters and teachers, getting in touch with the unseen, the spirit realm, which, of course, everything that you see manifested in the outer reality is from the unseen. It starts there. That's why I work with energetics, because that's what's behind everything that manifests, is what is the energetic. So the earth has manifested dis-ease big time, and now we all have to go in. That's why I always say, at least at this point, that when spirit wants me to do something, I do it now without waiting for giving all the excuses in the world not to. Because I have learned the hard way that if I don't listen to what spirit's asking me, then I get slam dunked. And I've been enough slam dunked in this life that, I never have to do that again. If you're familiar with astrology, I have a 29-degree Chiron in Virgo in the house, in the sixth house, Sag. So I'm like totally like have learned so many lessons through my physical body. And a lot of them haven't been very pleasant. So at this stage of the game, there's a lot of pain in the physical body. Not so much in the emotional body, because I do the breath work and that clears the emotional body. So, and the mental body, pretty clear. I'd say pretty clear. I still have some stuff that I'm still dealing with, of course, like everybody. But noticing, initially noticing. So this second portal that we're in now, and the earth is with us in this, is taking the dream that you've had forever, probably, and bringing it forward. Whatever it is, regardless. Most of us have a lot of time now. I thank God I am so blessed that I don't have to be out there on the front lines, or I have small children to deal with. I am so blessed that I'm safe and protected with nature, with the earth, with people that are around me, which aren't a lot. And that's okay. I realized that, I was listening to Abraham Hicks last night, and, they were talking about, if you're really in alignment, then you can be around everybody and anybody. And I realized, wow, then I must not be in as much alignment as I was hoping I was, because the thought of that really kind of makes me nauseated. So this portal is about remembering the truth of who you are and what you're doing here, which is that you are a spark of all that is, like everything and everyone. Every star in the universe, every ant on the hill, every leaf on the tree, every single thing is part of all that is. God, creator, whatever you want to call that, whatever your terminology is, it's all the same. That energy is all the same. So it's time now for all of us to remember the truth. And right now, the truth is a big commodity, right? Because there's a lot of untruth going on. There's a lot of undercover crap that's going on. There's a lot of insidious shite behind the scenes that are going on. And the powers that be think that they're still going to get away with all the stuff they've been pulling for, decades. And I'm here to tell you, and the earth is here to tell you that that's not going to happen anymore. Those days are gone. And the awakening that's happening on the planet, that now a mass awakening is happening on the planet. Of course, there have been the bushwhackers, the trailblazers, the pioneers that have been doing this for, let's see, 50 years at least this life, waiting to, come on, folks, come on, you can do it too. If I can do it, anybody can do it.com. I've always thought that I would like to, and I still might get a website that says that, because, this has been a hard road to hoe, especially 29 degrees Chiron. Yikes. So, but I'm here. I made it. You made it for some reasons. And that's so you can remember the truth. The truth is really important. So this portal is taking place on Earth Day, 50 years. It's also the new moon in Taurus, same day. Now, officially, 7:53. So yeah, it's official. It's now the new moon in Taurus. And so it's about, getting grounded in your body, getting grounded on the planet. What do you want to do? What are you scared to do? Yeah, that one. What do you have the most resistance to doing that your high self, your soul, is asking for you to do now? My soul has been asking me all kinds of things over the years. One of them, of course, was becoming a master breath worker, which I have done 33 years. Yeah, coming up in a couple of weeks. And honored to the core of who I am to be able to do that for myself and the people that wanted it and have seen miraculous healings from it. Miraculous, like literally miracles. So very honored to do that and have been doing it. And my next assignment was doing groups, which when I first started, I was doing groups, and then I moved more into individuals. So, getting revved up to do groups. How the hell I was going to do that? I didn't have all those details. I just, get the big talking points, and then I have to, digest the rest and then bring it out. Well, that obviously didn't happen and won't happen probably for a while. But if you can take a conscious connected breath and keep breathing and allow the stuff that's in your emotional body to come up and out, now's the time to do that, especially if you have the time and the privacy to get into what's scaring the crap out of you. Which, of course, starting with the freaking dis-ease and going from there, the economic collapse, the global collapse, everything collapsing. That can bring up some scary shite. But not necessarily, because for me, I am not buying into that fear. I am not buying into that fear. I am moving forward in my consciousness as far as creating the new world, the fifth dimensional earth, and being a part of that. And as I've said, I think before, love, gotta vibrate at that frequency, and that's the frequency of the fifth dimension. You can't get there if you're vibrating in fear. And of course, the powers that be want to keep you in fear. They like us. They like to keep the herd in fear, because then they can control us, right? And if you put up a pandemic and everything else that's happening, that's pretty damn scary. For most people, pretty damn scary. I personally am not afraid of this. I knew it was coming. I didn't know exactly what form it would take. but I knew that there was going to be a global collapse somehow, and that the earth was going to play a big part in it. And of course she is, because we are of her, right? We are from the earth. We started with her and we'll end with her. And she is fucking pissed and up to there. Can we do that? Up to there with us. And I don't blame her one bit. I really don't. I have such love and compassion and empathy for the planet and all the creatures on her and in her. Humans. I know what we're capable of, the most incredible things that we're capable of. And, you know, on both ends of that spectrum. So for this second portal, I have made the commitment to Spirit that I'm going to do this. And if nobody ever sees this, it's okay, because it's not really for anybody. If people come across it and it resonates, that's great. But I'm doing this to step out of my comfort zone, because I'm doing something that really makes me uncomfortable. I've been in the background. I've stayed in the background. I like being in the background because of so many lifetimes of being in the foreground and either being, totally killed for it, or tortured and killed for speaking the truth. So, of course, this life I brought that in, but I had to, get past that. So, I'm attempting with this, showing Spirit and myself that, okay, well, I'm doing this now. So there. Can't say I didn't do it. My ego is like, Spirit knows. Thank God. So for all of us, let's make a commitment to do something that scares us. That isn't in our bailiwick. That isn't in our house, our wheelhouse. It isn't. This isn't for me. Maybe it will be. Maybe it'll become more. But right now it isn't. But I have committed to Spirit to doing this. And so whatever this looks like on every third day is what I'm going to do. So you do it too. You pick something that just freaking like, no. But you hear this push, this voice going, yeah, do that. Do it. Do it. Because it starts out little softly, quietly, a little voice. So you're not really sure if it's you, your own thoughts, or is there something else going on? It took me a while to differentiate between, Spirit's voice and my ego's voice. I had to get slam dunked for that one. But, that was, 40 years ago. So, got that one. So you get it too, but don't get slam dunked. So whatever it is, if it's, singing or writing or, speaking to people or, doing just something that your voice has been, and you've been like, meh, can't do that. I don't want to do that. It scares me. That's the ego. That ego, son of a sweet cook ego. Always trying to get its way, pull you off, make you forget about the truth of who you are, which is, spark of all that is, having a human experience, sending that energy back to all that is. So it just keeps going forever and ever. Amen. So For the second portal, do something that you wouldn't normally do. And trust and have faith that this is what your soul is asking for. Because right now, that's what's happening on the planet. We're moving from ego-based me, my, consume, bigger, better. I don't want to share. I want billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars that I wouldn't be able to spend in 10 lives, but I'm not going to fucking share it with any of you. Nope. Because I'm greedy, egotistical, self-centered, on and on and on. You know, any of the billionaires right now on this planet could just change all this overnight. Overnight, they could change all this. Just one of them could, let alone the 10 or 12 or whatever there are of them. But, you know, they don't want to do that. They want to keep us small and struggling to survive. They like that idea. So they feel better about themselves. Do you know how horrible you must feel inside of yourself when you look at it energetically on a larger picture? Step back a little bit. How incredibly broken those people are. That's broken. If you have a billion, just 1 billion, just 1 billion, not 155 billion, but 1 billion. Those billionaires could take $1 million and give every man, woman, and child in this country $1 million, and that would still only be $300 million. And level the playing field. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Some people would blow it, as they have. You know, there's a lot of people that have been given money and basically just blow it off on themselves. And just me, because they're broken. So that could level the playing field. But they don't want to do that because they want to stay in control. Pseudo, we'll put that in quotes, pseudo control, because they think they're in control, but really they're not in control. And as this progresses, which of course it's going to do, we're just at the beginning of all of this. This is the tip. This is the tip of the iceberg. This is going to keep going. This decade, nothing will look the same as it did, 2 months ago. Nothing that we've known all of our lives is going to be the same. So how do we get from here to there? Well, we remember the truth of who and what we are and what we're doing here, which is, being humans, having this human experience. But actually, 99% of who we are really isn't even in physical form. Wow. Let that sink in. Only 1% of who we are energetically is operating this system. That's what we have to remember. That's what we have to remember now. We have to remember this now and lift the veil or tear the veil that's been keeping us at a frequency as a slave race, basically. And this is about, people on the planet, people off the planet. I'm not going to get into that one yet. But like I said, there's insidious shite going on that hasn't even completely been revealed yet. It will. It's going to be revealed. Nothing is going to be hiding in the dark recesses anymore. So meditate, listen to some amazing people that, know and have known. Look up astrologers, the Leo King, David Palmer, awesome. Kai Pacha, awesome. Cancer Moons Tarot, awesome young man. Those people, Estelle, and read, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Oh, is that appropriate? The Power of Now. And Abraham Hicks and Matt Kahn. Mr. Matt is the bomb, diggity. There, Wayne Dyer, there are people that have been talking about this stuff for years, and now it's here. So me too. I've been talking about it, and the people that have known me for any length of time know that. But I'm just, I'm just a little player. I'm in the background, or I was in the background. So do those things for yourself. Do the conscious connected breath. Let the inhale become the exhale and the exhale become the inhale. So you can take a deep breath every time. Can you imagine taking a deep breath every single time you take a breath? I am almost there. A lot of emotional body clearing, believe you me, boy. Woo, did I pick a family line? Oh, yeah. I'm sure you did too. Oh, and attempted to, really change that family line. And I guess according to Spirit, I did. I don't know about the rest of my family of agreeing with that, though. But that's okay. They don't have to. As long as I'm good with Spirit, and I am, then I know that I have done some good work with my family line. From reading, from experiencing, from doing breath work, from meditating, from listening to movies, watching, expanding your mind movies, anything that Greg Braden, Bashar, any one of these people, Amma, oh mother, talk about the divine feminine on the planet. She's here among many, many other feminine gurus. She is an enlightened, ascended master walking on the planet. She's the version of Jesus, only in the feminine form. Check it out. Do all those things now. You got time, probably. You got more time than you've had. And this going back to fucking normal bullshit? No. No, it's not going to happen, first of all. And do you really want it to? When it didn't work for 99% of the people and the animals and the earth, did you really want it to go back to that? No, you don't. In your heart of hearts, you do not want that. I know you don't, because I don't want it. Normal was consume. Compare, compete. No more. No, this threshold, this next 444 portal, moving into a different frequency. And you can do that on your own right now, in your own home. You can do that. Go look up these people that I just mentioned. They're all freaking amazing in each of their gifts that they bring to the table. You have gifts too to bring to the table, and you've been wanting to bring your gifts out, but you've been so freaking, I gotta pay the rent, I gotta pay that, I gotta raise the kids. Now you can choose something different. Okay. Well, that's my message for today. I won't drag this out too much longer. Thanks for listening. And Spirit, if you're the one that's hearing this, then yay. 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 See, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, even though it's like, oh, but I'm still doing it. So that's the most important thing. Do it. Do what you really your heart is asking, because your heart is connected to your soul, which is connected to all that is. So just start. Start somewhere. You want to paint, you want to draw, you want to write, you want to talk, you want to dance, you want to make things, you want to whatever it is, do it. Do it now. Raise the frequency, raise the vibration so that you can make it to this next level of love. Can you imagine? Imagine a world where the frequency that you learn your lessons is love and not fear. This is the fear dimension that everybody has to go through and pass to get to the next one. So give yourself that. Give yourself with a capital S. Not your ego self. Your self, your real self, your true self. Do that for yourself. Do that for me. Do that for the planet. Do that for us all, because we're all connected and it's all one. That's pantheism. I must be one of those people. Even though that's not where I started. No. So, Goddess bless. God bless. Happy Earth Day. 50 years later, still celebrating the planet. Om Namah Shivaya. And you can look that up too. Yep.